Assalamualaikum to my respective lecturer, Madam Anis, and to all of my dearest who are watching this video. It's me, Dayang, and in this video, I will be talking about the 12 SDG goals, which is responsible consumption and production. So, throughout the video, I will be explaining the definition of chosen SDG goals, solutions that have been made so far, and solution coming out from my own. So, without wasting our time, let's move on to the introduction part. So, what is SDG 12? According to the website named Green Business Bureau, SDG 12 is all about the worldwide production and consumption of products and services that depend on the environment and abundant resources. Although this has allowed businesses and civilizations to grow, there still exists a delicate balance between growth and environmental degradation. The concept of producing more with less is the foundation of responsible consumption. It also entails ending the failures of economic growth that lead to the environmental deterioration and replacing them with normative behaviors that promote resource efficiency and sustainability in both business and daily life. Following is the definition of responsible production. According to Leah Mowry, it is necessary to produce goods and services in an ethical and sustainable manner that reduces waste and pollution and promotes the long-term sustainability of the local community and its natural surroundings. A larger long-term return on investment is frequently achieved by making the initial investment in more sustainable operations. And additionally, more customers are choosing businesses that have a track record of ethical and environmental activities. While responsible consumption is, the two aspects of responsible consumption are buying better, greener products, and being more conscious of where they will end up in the end of life cycle. It also entails taking into account a product's and its services' economic, social, health, and environmental effects. When creating their goods and services, businesses must set the standards for responsible consumption. In other words, goods and services need to be produced sustainably and using eco-friendly resources, but they also need to be planned with consideration for their long-term effects on the environment and society. Now, I will be telling some solutions that have been made so far in order to achieve the goals. The first solution was made by Dimbla, which designed an Iceland-based clothing firm with natural design inspiration and a focus on ethical, clean production that is challenging the status quo in the apparel sector. Utilizing eco-friendly practices, organic fabrics, and cutting-edge techniques, the clothing is sourced and made in India. The crops used to make the textiles require less water and are chemical-free ground. They also aim to reduce production waste and provide durable apparel to keep textile waste out of landfills. They produce items out of fabric scraps and are starting a plastic-free campaign to cut down on plastic packaging in their daily lives and business operations. Next is a solution that had been made by Lifty. Los Angeles-based online retailer, Lifty offers a wide range of ethical and environmentally friendly goods, including cosmetics, apparel, home goods, and pet supplies. Lifty employs a rigorous vetting procedure to assure the dependability and honesty of vendors wanting to sell on their platform in order to combat greenwashing. They work hard to be transparent in order to demonstrate their dedication to sustainability, and they push their suppliers and customers to follow suit. Lifty be fostering the future green economy by offering an ethical and sustainable alternative for online customer and a platform for green company support. As so you know, SDG 12 acknowledges that altering how we create and use things is necessary for long-term development and economic prosperity. It calls for more effective and environmentally responsible management of materials throughout their whole life cycle, from manufacture to disposal. This includes some important and challenging goals outlined by the SDG framework, such as enhancing how we use and dispose of resources like minerals, fossil fuels, and metals, and reducing plastic waste, which permeates the environment. My belief is that the best way to solve the problem is through responsible plastic production and consumption, which can be accomplished by using improved waste management and plastic production techniques. The very last thing I would advise to the CFSIA UM community to do is to avoid or use less plastic. The manufacture of plastic may be reduced as a result of this action. The students can be encouraged to bring their own containers and water bottle when purchasing food through a Bring Your Own or BYO campaign. This is being done to ensure that the use of plastic items like straws and cups that have been provided is being reduced. All of these are related to the fact that recycling is no longer considered normal. Materials use will continue to grow unchecked in the absence of targeted structural or technological strategies to reduce resource consumption or encourage recycling. Due to the removal of materials and subsequent trash pollution, this is probably going to have bad effect on the environment. In a nutshell, as a human that live in a big community, we must help each other to prevent any harm to our earth. In a world that is now a little bit sick caused by our acts, we should be responsible for it by recovering it again. And the last thing we could do is avoid any action that might cause any pollution. And as the saying by Pope Benedict XVI, everyone should educate themselves in more wise and responsible consumption, which is promote personal responsibility along with the social dimension of rural activities, which are based on perennial values such as hospitality, solidarity, and the sharing of the toil of labor. I think that is all for me. Thank you for watching my video.